Greetings, beautiful people. It's your girl, yo. I made it. I made it. Y'all, I was struggling today. I was struggling. I've been doing so many things. Come on in. I'm going to give y'all a chance to get on in here. Come on in here. I got a good live stream for y'all today. This is going to improve your life. It will have your antennas up when I'm finished with you. Okay? So, the title of this live stream is called Sleeping with the Enemies. Sleeping with the Enemies. Listen, and I have some signs to tell you whether or not you're sleeping with the enemy. Okay. So you might want to get a pencil and paper and write this down because I'm telling you, you're going to start looking around and looking at your partner sideways when I get finished with you. Hopefully, it won't happen to you, but at least you'll be aware enough to know what's going on. Hey, come on in. Oh, hey, baby. I finally see you on my live stream. How you doing? How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Look, I got a good one. I'm gonna give people a few minutes to get in, and I am late. I know. I'm a little bit. I'm like 10 minutes late. Sorry about that. I've been doing so much. Okay, so I know it's been a while. I think it's been like 9 days or so since I've been on here, right? But I had to take my brother to the doctor today to follow up with his cancer to make sure it's still gone, right? And so when I did that, I was just rushing. I was doing a lot of stuff, right? My daughter's birthday is this Saturday. She'll be 24 years old. Day before yesterday, well, Thursday, we bought her a new car and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a lot of stuff going on. Come on in here, y'all. Come on. I got some juicy stuff for y'all. Hello, Julia. Hello. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Come on in here. Come on in here and get this just get this what I got going on for you. We're gonna be talking about sleeping with the enemy today, y'all. Sleeping with the enemy. Mm. And I know a couple of people that's sleeping. Hey, True Essence, how you doing? How you doing? Look, I don't think I have no moderator in this chat right here. Help a girl out. Help a girl out. I know you good at what you do. Yeah, y'all come on in. Y'all got some juice. I got some serious juice. Come on. And I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I really not. I'm gonna hit these points about what to look for when you're sleeping with the enemy. I'm gonna hit them good, and I'm gonna let y'all, write them down or whatever, and pay attention to your mate. Pay attention. Okay, so look, I'm gonna get started because you know me. I got to jump in and jump on out. So I should be finished this live stream. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm gonna say around about maybe 3 o'clock. Maybe 3 o'clock. And I'm not gonna be too long with it. So let's jump in. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready? You said I will mod for you. Oh, that's so sweet. I know you would. I know you would. I just want to make sure everybody's respectful. And usually I don't have any problems over here. Everybody pretty much comes in with their manners and they wipe their feet at the door and all that over here, honey. So we have a good time over here. Okay, and listen, I got my candles lit. All in the house is smelling some kind of beautiful with all the different smells, frankincense, and all that stuff. And boom, since I'm inviting y'all in my house, my sage went out. I'm gonna relight it and we will jump in. Okay, sleeping with the enemy. So let's talk about this title, sleeping with the enemy. Well, if you are intimate with a person, right? And y'all are supposed to have the same goals in life when you're in a relationship. I'm talking about your special one, the boo, the babe, the husband, the mate, whoever y'all, because everybody got different titles nowadays on what they call in relationships. Well, y'all know I've been married since 1981. I got married at 18. And at the end, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about that, about following your heart and doing what your mind tell you to do, regardless of what other people tell y'all what to do. Because a lot of people like to get into your shiggy shit and it ain't really that business. And sometimes you need to follow your heart and do what your mind and spirit tell you to do because most of the time that's the right move. Okay. So, all right. So everybody come in, and then when y'all come in, if I don't say hello, I'm gonna say hello later. But I'm into this. Okay. So look, when two people are together, right, and they attached at the hip, they married, they're in this relationship. So in relationships, you have goals, right? And most of the time, y'all going to be working towards the same goal because you have like-minded people together, right? Okay, so when you sleeping with an enemy, it simply means that that person goals, dreams, and aspirations have changed somewhere during that road of happiness, that road that y'all take skipping down when y'all go to the park holding hands and stuff, and all the stuff that y'all used to talk about. Somewhere that person, they just went another way with what they want, right? And they got sidetracked. Okay. It don't mean you can't bring this enemy back in and make it be a little bit better for you, right? But sometimes you have to let those enemies go. You have to detach from them. Okay. So Let me break this down. Here's one of the signs when you're sleeping with an enemy. If you find a partner seeming to be in your house with you, right? But when y'all in a space, they're there, but they're really not there. That means, y'all remember this song? Your mind is here, your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. You messing me around, fooling around. Them songs were real songs. People been through some experiences, as my grandmother used to say, they've been heard it. That means they don't been through something so they can write about it and tell you about it, right? So if you have a partner, now this is not just for the male, and it's just not for the female, it's for both of y'all, the male and the female. These are the signs to look for both people. Okay, so I'm not bashing either one of the part, either one of the species. It's male or female, it's one of y'all. Okay, so if you find a mate and y'all, like I said, they seem like they're daydreaming and all that kind of stuff, and they're not in the space with you, they go off in their mind. Y'all could be, for an example, say if y'all watching a movie together or something, right? And y'all into the movie real good, and then you may ask a question or something, and they lost in the movie. It's because they're there, but they're thinking about their next move, or they may be thinking about their other partner or other person that they want to be with or get with, right? And they're trying to figure out a way to get you comfortable and kind of thrown off, so you can get your mind off of them. See, so pay attention to those daydreamers, and especially if they can't tell you, because everybody don't like to talk about what they're thinking. Sometimes you got people that think, because I'm a thinker, and I'll drift off in a minute on you, right? And I'm not a television watcher. I'll be in a different space or whatever, right? So it's not always the case. But if they do it too often, and if they don't tell you, listen, hey, I'm gonna be in my little space, I'm on in my zone, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna be relaxing, I'm gonna be into my world, and they understand what you're doing. But for somebody to be sitting beside you and y'all looking at a movie and they go all off into the left field, red flag. That's one of them. Keep on coming on in here. Hey, Bolo. Hey, Valentina. Hey, I got the whole party in the house up here. Y'all come on in there and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Okay, let's get back to sleeping with the enemies. That's one sign, that daydreamer. I wrote some notes I won't forget, because you know your thoughts. I got things going like this up in my head on everything, right? Okay, so let's talk about money. Let's talk about unaccountable money. When money is not accountable in the household or missing, right? And neither partner can tell you what happened to that money. That's a sign of somebody you sleeping with the enemy, because you're holding secrets. You're being secretive, because it's an understanding with my husband and we have a pot of money for our bills and stuff like that. He have his own money, I have my own money, that own money. But when it's come to a time in a family when you have something going on, and some money, and nobody can come up with certain types of money, then that's a sign that they've been using money for something else. It could be buying flowers for the girl, or the girl could be buying cologne for the man. Look, where is money going? Where is this money going? Especially if it's a substantial amount of money. I ain't talking about maybe $200-300. I'm not talking about nothing like that. But I'm talking about if you have missing money, like I want to say maybe 400. Let's go to 400 or 500. Red flag. Who knows? Somebody might be this other woman that he may be with, or the other man that she may be with. She may be trying to keep him as being a kept man on the outside, while y'all, he trying to run two households, or she trying to run two households. Red flag, especially if it's unexplained money, right? You can't tell me what's going on with the change, okay? That's sleeping with the enemy, another part of that red flag. Okay, moving on along. Late nights or early mornings. Now, if you have a partner that's for some reason they change in habits with this late night thing or early morning, got to leave for work a little earlier than normal, and they do it often, start making it a habit, and there's nothing going on a job where something is mandatory or things like that. Yeah, that's a little bit of that's a little suspect there. That's a little suspect. If you got the female saying that they have to stay back at work while they got to do inventory or some, yeah, that's every now and then a blue moon. That's not all the time. That's another red flag. You might want to kind of think about what's going on with that. Why is that person missing in action? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to tell you this for you to be paranoid, because everybody gonna live that life. Things happen. Sometimes you have to be late. Sometimes, work late and all that stuff. But I'm saying, if it started becoming a habit, say if they start doing it on a Tuesday, every Tuesday, this is happening, or even on a Sunday, they got to go into work or something like that, and it's never happened before, and more than one time. And you, hey, that's you got trying time looking a little something, something, trying kind of like raise your eyebrow a little bit. Don't be paranoid. Don't say nothing. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay, all of this stuff I'm telling you is basically for you to pay attention, right? Pay attention to that because something going on. All right. Now let's move on down to when they do this, they leave without any explanation. They leave the house without any explanation. They don't say, "I'll be right back," or "I'm going," or even if they say, "I'll be right back," I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back. If they say something like that, that's a regular type thing. But if they have to leave the house suddenly with no explanation, it's because basically they don't want to face you, and they may give themselves away as to giving that alibi or that lie that they're trying to tell. So they're trying to avoid giving you an explanation as to where they're going. That's what I'm trying to say. Pay attention to that because that's a sidetrack. This thing what I'm telling y'all now is for males and females because the girls and the guys both do this bullshit. Okay, and I've known couples that did some shit like this. Okay, so leave without explanation. Pay attention to that because there's no reason why a person can't tell you I'll be back or I'm gonna go over here or mama house or something like that. Because in my family, my mother, all of us, always, if we go somewhere, somebody's gonna know where we're going. I don't care how old we are. My mama tell me when she's ready to go to the store, she'll call me and say, "I'm going to go out for a little. I'm going to the dollar store," or she'll just call me. My sister, she'll call, "Hey sis, I'm getting ready to run over here to the food line," and we be like, "Okay, you know." And when they get back in, they say, "Hey, I'm back in." That's a habit for my family. We all do that, and we don't live together either, but we do that. We know where everybody is, right? And even my children, even though they grown, they still tell me, "Mom, I'm on my way to work," or "Mom, I stopped by here to Kroger's to get." It's always important to let somebody know where you are, and that's a habit. So when they stop doing things like that, you need to know where everybody at. Okay, all right, and that's not just for cheating, but it's for a whole bunch of reasons. Okay, all right, now that's leaving without telling you where they're going. All right, now back in my day, they had a telephone that was on the wall at the house, and on the walls, on the phone walls. I don't know if you young people know about them phones you used to dial on the walls. Okay, so, but now y'all have these cell phones. So pay attention to suspicious texting. Suspicious texting. You know, y'all, going to the bathroom, texting, taking the phone with you to the bathroom. You got to use the bathroom. Nobody need no cell phone in no bathroom. The piss or shit. You don't need no cell phone. Pay attention to little things like that. Okay. I know some people may use a cell phone to listen to music and stuff like that. When they go in the bathroom, like take showers and all that stuff. But suspicious texting, late night texting, and stuff like early morning texting, right? Pay attention to that too, because that's eyebrow raising. That's eyebrow raising. I can see they checking the phone and all that stuff, but pay close attention to that. All right. Now, here go another one. Um, Sometimes they would do this too. You're pretending like when the phone ring, they may not answer it when y'all are sitting together. If it vibrate or ring or something like that, if y'all in the same space, they may ignore the phone like they don't even hear it because they don't know. They know who on the other line, but they don't want you to hear what they have to say, and they don't want to react to text. And I see this chat jumping, so I know something got to be going on up in there. Y'all, somebody's relating to what I'm saying over here. I can see that because I can't read y'all, but y'all going. Oh boy, so everybody like, what the hell? Okay, but yeah, they do. Oh, y'all got me thrown off. That's why I don't look at this daggone chat. Yeah, that suspicious texting. They do all that. I'm talking about they won't answer the phone and stuff when they beside you or something like that because they don't know what to do or they don't have no excuse. Sometimes you have some of them that's slick enough to answer the phone, pick up the phone, and act like they're speaking to telemarketers or bill collectors or something like that. See, but who would be is the person that cheating with is on the other end, playing along with that game, right? So pay attention to that. All right. Now, this is something else that's really, really deep. This is something about everything that I'm telling you, I know because I know about things that has happened to other people. Now I know about it. Pay attention to this. Suspicious cars in your neighborhood. that's not too parked too far from where you live. Suspicious vehicles. I don't care what time of the day it is, right? Because see, here's the reason why you do that. Because some of the partners, some of the people that you mess with, that you're messing, that the person might be messing with, say the man or the woman say, "Look, I ain't fooling with you no more. I'm going back to my wife, or I'm going back to my husband. I'm breaking it off with you, and what we did was wrong, or whatever reason they break up, and they decide to have a guilt. They find themselves and go back home to you or whatever. The person that's in those cars watching, because those are kind of like stalkers. And what they're doing, they mad because the relationship has broken off. They broke the relationship off, right? So now they're watching the man to see if he found somebody else other than the wife or the husband, to see if they just broke it off with them, right? And got somebody else other than the so-called side chick or the side guy, right? So so if you think that your partner is doing something, and then you see where they don't change their moods and they don't changed everything else, and they don't came back in and got back into the normalcy of the relationship, still pay attention to the outside, see, because sometimes others won't let things go, and you, man or woman, can be in jeopardy, not knowing that somebody out there have something against you, right? So you could get hurt by some shit that they done did. In other words, some bullshit that they done did in the streets. They brought it to your house. You know what I'm saying? Not knowingly, they brought that to your home. So you need to pay attention to that. Okay? So pay attention to suspicious vehicles that's in your area, where you live, where your kingdom and queendom is. Okay? All right. Now, let's move on. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna go. I'm getting good. I should see what y'all saying. A little, but a little late. But speaking of. Okay. So look, y'all. I'm so busy running my mouth. I ain't reading y'all, but I'm gonna read y'all in a minute. And I always read the chat at the end of the when I finish my live streams. I always go back and read and see what y'all have to say too. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going over here. Be about friends. Another time, a sign when they have new friends coming in the relationship. Say the woman, she says she have new girlfriends coming in, introducing the husband or your mate to new girlfriends and stuff like that, or new guy friends that your man might get. Pay attention to them. Pay close attention to them, because most of the time these are the cushions that they use for excuses to get away from you. Okay. Like the girl might say, we going out to, even if it's in the daytime, they may say, we going to the salon, we're going to do hair, we're going to do nails or something like that. But in actuality, she ain't with that girlfriend. Chances are she may have met up with the girlfriend or whatever, but chances are she took a left and she popped up in the hotel or the motel 8 or 6 or whatever you call it, right? And with the guy, he said, well, we going over here, we going out, we're gonna go watch the game over Joe Blow house or go play some pool or something, or maybe bowling or some things like that. But chances are he ain't with another third leg. You know what I'm saying? He with a female, right? He don't go on over there or Suzuki. All right. So pay attention to that, them new friends, and also pay attention to this, guys and girls. If they bring new people in the house, say you say the woman have a new girlfriend that she brings home and her husband never seen her, but they've been talking for a while and he just never met her or whatever, or the guy. And then the girl say, and he'll say, I don't like you with her. Now she this and she that. She act like she a little whore. I don't like that she wear her clothes too tight. I don't like the way she looking out. That's the main one he want. And what you just did was serve her up on a platter to your shit. Keep bitches out your house. Let's make that plain. Keep them bitches out your house. And men, you better keep your bros out your house too, because the women be looking at your men just like you be looking at their girlfriends. You see what I'm saying? You don't need that in no relationship. It's best to deal with, if you're a couple, deal with other couples if you're gonna do it. And I ain't talking about a whole bunch of them either, just a few. Don't have all these single people all around your shit, right? Because they will mess you up and mess everything you love up. Okay. But I'm telling you, the ones that telling you they don't like is the main one that they're looking at. That goes for the guys and the girls. They're looking at them. If your wife say, I don't like your guy friend, your best friend, I don't like him, it's chances are because she can see that he's a cheater. She may want and know that he may be you may be influencing on you, influence influencing you to go stray, or it could be because she see that, yeah, I like them, and then maybe won't get to them. See, so all right, so that's a sign. I think you get the picture on that one. Moving right along. Hey, Double Speaks, how you doing? Welcome to everybody that's entering my abode. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's break it on down a little bit more about this sleeping with the enemy. Okay, so now let's talk about this. When you have a guy or a girl, now we talking about both people, it's not no one thing because it goes for everybody. If you have them start speaking slang, saying words that they never said before, or phrases they never said before in the relationship, right? Then you have to think about that. Simple, especially the same phrase over and over again. Like it could be like word, or I'm just using it as an example. A word, and when somebody says yeah word, like or whatever, it's because they're using this is because they used to having dialogue with another person, and they're bringing some of that conversation into your relationship, and you really have to pay attention to that. See, they're basically picking up what somebody else said, the one that they're cheating with you with. They are cheating, and they're confusing the conversation between you, them, and you. See, then that's a hard one, but that's what they do. So pay attention to the way they're speaking and the change in language or slang, terminology that they're using. That's very important. Okay? All right. Now, another one. If you have a partner that's going to be checking your wallet, your cell phone, your purse, you got a problem. You got a problem because that's a sense of insecurity, right? If you can't feel free to leave your purse down, or your men, if you can't leave your wallet on your counter or wherever you guys leave it, and your phone's where you leave it, right? There's a problem. Someone is trying to hide something. You know what I'm saying? It's a secret wanted to be kept somewhere in there. Somewhere is a mystery in there. And women, we know we go looking for some shit, we'll find it. We'll find a suspicious phone number and we'll turn around try to call it. And when in my younger days, I did that bullshit. I did stupid shit when I was young, you know. But once you got to know the person, get to know what's going on. So we going on be all signifying and shit, and we dialing numbers and shit, and see strange numbers and dialing, and then look real stupid when the number turn out to be something like you would know. You get what I'm saying? We do that. But I'm saying you don't have to do that. You shouldn't have to be doing that if you're not sleeping with the enemy. You should be able to trust your partner in that way. Just think about it. You sleeping in the same bed with that person every night. They can put a pillow over your face. So you don't trust them enough. You trust them enough to sleep with them, right? To go to sleep in a complete coma, which is die at night, because every time you go to sleep at night and close your eyes, you die. And every morning you wake up, you rebirth, you reborn, right? Your body rejuvenated. So you can trust them enough to sleep with them every night, but you got to go through that phone and all that. You see what I'm saying? Well, that's not cool, right? Move right along. Okay, now we're gonna get down to here. Let's talk about this. If you had a bad relationship before you got into the relationship that you're in right now, don't take all that old bullshit into that new relationship. And for some of y'all, it could be traumatic and hard and all that kind of stuff, right? But don't put that on the other person because they're new, they're fresh into this relationship. That was some stuff you dealt with old dude or old girl, right? It ain't got nothing to do with this person's habit or the way they move, right? So give them an opportunity to prove to you or show you who they really are before you start putting in your mind, getting paranoid that this person is going to hurt you just like the other person did. He ain't got nothing to do with that. She don't have nothing to do with that. You see, it's about you. So if you feel that way, don't get into another relationship until you check yourself first and make sure you strong enough to go through it, right? Because it's easy as hell to get into a relationship, but it's hard as hell to get out, right? And if you want to get out of a relationship, keep that man out of your body. My Aunt Barbara used to say, you keep him out your ass, you keep him out your heart. Think about it. So I'm just speaking it plain because that's true. That's life, right? Stop laying in the bed with them. That's the same man and woman. I'm talking to both of y'all. Keep them out there. You keep them out your heart, right? You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Now, I should probably look at some of the stuff y'all talking about, but I'm not finished yet. I got one more good thing for y'all. Family. I'm talking about family. If you got a partner and he's speaking or she is speaking to your family members, family, friends, or foes about anything that's happening in y'all relationship, in this sacred thing that y'all have together, right? This very sacred thing, because relationships are very sacred. You know, y'all have a lot of secrets. If they're speaking to anybody about how y'all having sex, when y'all have sex, he ain't this, and she don't please me anymore, or I get it once on my birthday, or whatever kind of shit y'all be saying, because I know people be saying some crazy stuff about talking about, and I don't see that on this thing, right, on this jigamabob right here, people talking about all that personal stuff. And then they talking about all that to their family members, to their guy friends, and the girls, y'all telling your girlfriends, and he ain't this and he ain't they do that. They do that. And that's the worst thing to do. Worst thing to do. Because guess what you don't like, somebody else will love. They say another man's junk is another person's treasure. See? So be careful about talking about your women and your men underneath their clothes. What's going on underneath there? That is nobody's business but y'all too. Y'all too. Just the two of y'all. Don't talk about what y'all goals are either. If two people have a goal to do something, say you want to buy a new house or something, or you want to buy some land, or you want to invest in some property, don't go and tell it mom and daddy, sister, brother, cousin, uncle. Don't tell nobody what y'all trying to do. Do it quietly. Why? You do it quietly because all the people that I named, they love you, but they want to be first. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. It'd be like, why not me? I mean, she can have, but I mean, that little bit of inst or feeling that they have inside, that shit just spoiled all over on you, and you don't even know it. So when you go try to sign a contract to get your deals signed or sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered, you might have a hiccup in there. They might need some more extra paperwork. They may need more money down that you didn't anticipate on putting down on a property or whatever, just because you opened your mouth and you told somebody else that didn't wish you well and wish that they were maybe first and why you and not them. That energy was spilled all on you and that fucked up your shit. And that's what happened. That's why you didn't get what you wanted, because you opened your mouth, right? Okay, so be real careful about doing that, right? Tell people after the celebration. Same with you women getting pregnant, y'all, and husbands and wives, y'all wanting families and stuff like that. And you get pregnant and you just in the first few weeks of your baby and stuff like that. I know you want to scream it from the rooftop. Keep your mouth quiet. Keep quiet until the baby's in a safe space and they have the right proper weeks before you can, they safe and secured in you before you open your mouth. Okay? So, all right. So don't have nobody ever uh you sleeping with the enemy if you have anybody taking y'all personal stuff, finances, sex, how y'all do sex, what's going on with your relationship inside the house, uh even when you have children, problems with your children and stuff like they going telling everybody else, you and your maid, y'all got a baby together, a child together. I don't care what age they are. But y'all two, man and female, are dealing with the children and y'all disciplining them in y'all way that y'all decided. Then you got these other people that you don't told something and they giving you suggestions. You bringing it back home to the man or the female, right? And you're gonna inject that on them. And then y'all might be arguing because y'all have a disagreement. At first, y'all disagreed on how to discipline the children. Now you got all these outside voices trying to come into your household. See, you sleeping with the enemy if you don't have an understanding with that person of all these things I just told you about. Okay. And I know it was a lot that I gave you, and it's plenty more, but I just wanted to hit y'all with enough to get you started on how to build a relationship. And I want y'all to think about this. Think about this. This right here. You see this? Y'all trying to get here in a relationship. Both of y'all are down here right now. And y'all both are trying to reach the top. Okay? Together. But if you got one horse going up and the other horse not moving and staying down, y'all are not going anywhere. You can't. You can't. See? You can't get there. You can't get to the top if you got one down and one up. You sleeping with the enemy. You are definitely sleeping with the enemy, right? So I want y'all to do a check with your partners. I don't care how long y'all been together. Sometimes y'all have to check in and make sure y'all still on the same page. Make sure y'all still aiming towards the same goals, right? And see if there are any changes. If they got any and well, maybe yeah, I did want that 2 years ago, but now nah. If you got any hesitation in that, it's time for y'all to sit down and rewrite what y'all goals are and what y'all trying to do, because somebody has changed in the relationship as far as growth. And change is not bad in a relationship. As long as y'all can communicate that change with one another, then y'all can change together. Or you can understand the change and you can allow that person to grow and change. You may be above him for a minute, or she may be above you for a minute when it comes to that changing. But allow your partner a chance to catch up to that change or get comfortable with where you are so that y'all can still continue to grow together. Don't give up and say, well, oh, they acting funny, they acting different. Or this. No, it's just growth. It's called growth in a relationship, right? But you definitely don't want to be sleeping with an enemy, because if that enemy is doing any of those things that I told you, it's time for you to change for the better and walk away. And again, when you walk away, because that horse ain't going to that horse staying down there, and the other horse when you walk away, don't be mad. Don't be mad because you had fun while you was in there together. Y'all don't had good times. Walk your ass away, then reflect on yourself and say, now that I'm out this relationship, what do I want to do? What do I want new? And that's gone. Okay, we're not having the same goal. I might change, but what do I want new? Focus on that first. And then once you know what you want, then you look for that person that you're looking for and then go in without thinking about what Dick did back there. And you remember when? No, just remember it, but don't be paranoid and keep on going. Now, y'all got those kickers. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story about me, and then I'm gonna let y'all go what happened to me at 18. Okay. So everybody good? Everybody good? Thank y'all so much. And Miss Yo talk your shit. Yeah, I'm just giving it to y'all real. I'm giving it to y'all real. And again, you can learn a lot from watching people and listening to people. Y'all know I told y'all I've been married all this time. I got married at 18. I'm 61 years old. I'm still with the same dude. We have had all kinds of shit going on in our relationship, ups, downs, and all that stuff like that. That was all in the beginning. We nipped that shit in the bud in the beginning. I'm talking about him wanted to cheat and all that shit. He cheated. Yeah, I've never cheated on him. He did me. I was like, okay. He did it at time. I was like, but never again. That one time. And I know that I know that I know. And now he know that I know shit anyway. That's a whole nother video we can talk about, right? But hey, it is what it is. And again, I was 18 and my husband 2 years older than me. So we were both young when we got married. But let me tell you this. So when I got married, I eloped. I ran away. They call it, y'all said ran away, but it's elope. We said elope then, right? And I was supposed to be going into the service. I was going into the army. My husband was already in the army. He had already went in there. And I had passed the test and everything to go into the army. My mom would tell y'all this story. And my father and mother, they were so excited. They wanted me to go in the army. But that's not what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be a lawyer, y'all. That was my goal. That's what I always wanted to be in my life, a lawyer. I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to do that, right? But anyway, and I made good grades and all this kind of stuff. I went and took the test and stuff, passed the test, and went and took the physical and all of that. So now I'm supposed to go and sign the papers on the dotted line to say, boom, I'm going in, right? So my mom and daddy took me out, got all these new underclothes and all that. I was 18 now. Here I am, 18, getting all this new clothes, still living in mom, dad house and all that. Brothers already grown, they're older than me. They gone. It was just me and my sister left, right? And and I knew that's not what I wanted to do. My husband and I had already planned that when he went into the army, he went into basic training. We already planned that when he came out that we was gonna get married. We already talked about that. I never told my mom and them that, but I already knew what I was gonna do, right? But they was so I just appeased them by going and take the test and went on. I said, okay, I'm gonna go in the army. Because I did think, well, you should just go on in the army, and maybe you and him would be stationed together and all that stuff. And then y'all could just go ahead there. I ain't have no kids, none of that stuff, right? Him neither, right? But I changed my mind. Anyway, long story short, he wrote me a letter and told me that he was gonna come home and the day that he was gonna come home, right? So I'm like, okay, he coming home, my baby coming home. I'm all excited. So he coming home from basic training. And when he did, we were all over my grandma's house, right? My mother's house. And we always hang out. We got a big family, everybody there. They partying, music jumping, food, grill going, band playing. My aunts and them, they play music, everybody, instruments. She played drums, and they got guitars and saxophones and all that stuff. And we having a ball, right? As always, it was just a regular weekend, no holidays, no birth. It was just a regular weekend. That's the type of family I come from, right? So anyway, so he come home and I saw him coming home. He was pulling up over there. He came over to the site where we was and everything. So he was like, I'm here. I was like, and he wanted to tell my father. He wanted to ask my father for my hand. Back then, you had asked permission from the dad, right? And he used to work with my father when we was growing up. My dad had his own business, and my brothers, he would work with us. I told y'all about that story. But it was, yeah, we used to work together, and my dad used to pay him and stuff, and he was working. Anyway, he came over. And so he was like, okay, he said, I want to find your dad. I was like, "Hey, he in there." And he said, I'm gonna ask him tomorrow. I said, don't you do it. No, don't you dare ask him. If you ask him, it's over. It is over. If you ask my father to marry me, my father's gonna tell you no. It's not because my father don't like him. My father was crazy about I said was because my dad's passed. My father was crazy about my husband, what was my boyfriend then, right? But I said, if you tell dad, my dad ain't gonna let you take me nowhere. My dad ain't gonna let you marry me at all. Because my father was like the protector. My father was very strict. He ain't want nobody around his daughters. Nobody. Want nobody good enough for his daughters. And that was so irritating to me. Because I can even remember taking, I used to put makeup on. I used to, oh, I was all into makeup. That's how my daughter is now. And I had this eyeshadow on, and it was like nice little light color, pretty powder type blue. And my father came home one day from work, and he was like, he called me Gussie. Gussie. I said, sir. He said, what's that? I was 16. He said, go wash that moon dust off your eyes. That's what my father told me. He didn't want you to wear makeup, right? But anyway, all right. So back to that. So I said, no, don't tell dad. And he was my husband was like, he felt real bad. He was like, I don't think that's cool. He said, I want you to go with me. He said, but I really want to ask your daddy. I respect him and whatever like that. And I said, I respect you. He me Connie. See how women can do? See, I was 18. I said, and I respect you, wanted to respect him. I said, but if you ask him, my daddy gonna tell you no. Then I know my daddy better than you do. So let's keep it moving. So he never did see my father because he didn't even want to go near him if he couldn't ask him. So I told my mom, I went right back in the house where everybody was partying, and I go in there and I called my mama upstairs and to my grandma. I said, Mama, come here, come here, come here, Mom, come here. And she came over there. She said, what's wrong? I said, Mom, I said, he here, we get ready to go ride out. I said, Mama, what do you think about me? I said, what do you think about me getting married? And my mama looked at me and she said, what? She said, what you mean? I said, what do you think about me getting married? And she took my face and I was standing up and she stood in front of me. She said, I don't want my poo to go nowhere. And she gave me a kiss on my head and she said, come on down here and get something else to eat. I said, okay, Mom, I'm coming. I felt so bad. This is the first time I ever told my mama I'm a lie. I came on downstairs and I told mom, I said, Mama, we going down the country. We get ready to ride down the country to grandma's house. My grandma had another house. Go there, get there. And she was like, okay. I said, he could take me. It's okay. And when my husband came home, he came home with a Mercedes Benz and was gray on the outside and burgundy on the inside. And his brother came with him. His brother also was in the service, and he too was stationed in Hinesville, Georgia. That's where we were stationed at, Hinesville, Georgia. So we all three of us got in the car. But before we did, I called my oldest brother that was at the party, at the cookout with everybody. And I said, Nat, come here, come here, come here, come here. I said, look, I'm getting ready to go with him, and we get ready to go down the country. I said, I'm getting ready to go. We're gonna get married. I'm getting ready to leave. And I said, don't tell daddy, don't tell Nolan. That's my baby brother, the one that got cancer. He tell every damn thing. And my sister Charlotte. I said, and don't tell Charlotte, because her mouth like this, like this. Don't tell him. I said, don't tell him. And he said, damn. He said, you going there? I said, yes, I'm going there. It took 30 minutes to get down to where I was going, which was the county, to the country, to get all of my clothes and stuff. I wanted to pack my clothes. All right. And so my brother said, okay, so what time you gonna come back? I said, well, I'm going in there and get my clothes. They're gonna ride down there with them, get my clothes. Then I'm gonna go. It's a place called Midlothian. That's how you go straight out to go to Georgia. You have to go straight out the street, and you just keep on going until you get there, like 8 hours away from where we are in Virginia, right? So okay, my brother was like, okay, well, when you get back, meet me at the end of the road, like when you give it across the border, and he was gonna meet me. I said, okay, cool. got my ass in that car, rode in there, packed my clothes. And when I was packing my clothes before I got there, my grandfather was on the front porch, y'all. That was my mom's dad. He was on the front porch and he dipped snuff. And that was like tobacco that you pull and you put inside your mouth. And he had his mouth like this. And he had his legs, he was tall, light-skinned man, bald head, real tall, and he had his legs crossed. And he was sitting down on the front when we pulled up. And it was just me, my husband, and my husband's brother. We pulling up now. We get there. Look, old grandpa on the porch by himself, nobody there with him. And he saw us pull up. And I was like, hey, granddad, I'm coming. I said, granddad, I said, listen. I said, I'm getting ready to go get married. And I said, I ain't tell mama. And I said, and didn't tell daddy. And I said, and I'm scared. I had never been nowhere, y'all. Remember this now. I want y'all to know this. I've never been out of state. I've always stayed in the state. If I went anywhere, I was with my mom and dad. I've never traveled. I'm at 18 now. I've never traveled the world. None of this. This is the first time out of my own comfort zone. And my mom and dad had me in their house all these years. I never moved by myself. First time leaving, right? So my grandfather said he crossed the lane. He took that snuff out and he put it on the banister because you know it's a big porch. It's like one of the wraparound porch, like country. Think about the country. He took that thing out. He put it on the thing, and he looked at me. He said, "You love him?" I said, "Yeah, granddad, I love him, granddad. I do. I love him." He said, he ran back into. He said, "Well, what the hell are you waiting for then?" That's what he said to me, y'all. And I was like, you get ready to go get married. And my stomach started to flip and I felt like I wanted to throw up. I was jittery, hands sweating. And then my husband wasn't my husband then, but he was standing there. And then he came up to my grandfather and he said, "Do I have your permission?" He was like, still wanted to ask for permission. I'm like, this nigger. I'm in the house just throwing shit in the suitcase. Everything I think about throwing. And he asked me, granddad, and he was like, "Do I have your permission to do?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, you do." He was because he crazy. Everybody was crazy about him. I got in that damn car, y'all. My husband was in the front seat. His brother was driving. My husband was in the front seat. I got in the back seat of the car, and we going down the road. You know, leaving grandpa in the house. I'm turning around, just like a story. I'm telling y'all, my life is a story. I swear to you. I'm turning around. I see grandpa there, and I'm waving and stuff like that. And I was like, and he was like, just like that, and tears flying. And I'm saying, "Yo, I'm scared." Then I got to meet my brother Nat, the oldest one at the end of the line. We get down there to go meet him. When I saw him, he standing by. He had a Thunderbird, y'all. He had a Thunderbird. It was bad. And he always used to wear his sweatsuits that matched the color of his Thunderbird and stuff like that. This was back in the day, y'all. We talking about in the 80s now, okay? So he was there, and when I got out, my eyes all red and stuff, and my brother was like, "What you crying for? What's happening? What happened?" He thought something went wrong between that time. I was like, "I'm just scared. I'm just scared. I'm just scared." Anyway, he told my husband, he talked to my husband. They did a little powwow. He pulled him to the side, and I could hear him saying, "You take care of my sister," and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And my brother-in-law was like, "What's wrong, sis? Don't be scared. You gonna be all right. We good, we good." Girl, we drove, and I left my brother. I hugged him. He was like, "Go ahead, girl, go ahead." He said, "Damn, Dad and them gonna be mad at me. Damn, they're gonna be mad at me. Damn, they're gonna be mad at me." And I said, "Don't tell them." He said, "I ain't gonna tell." He said, "But go ahead. You make sure you call me when you get where you going." I was like, "All right." I said, "But they said it's gonna take 8 hours." He said, "Go ahead." So we got in the car and we went all the way to Georgia. And when we pulled up, I pulled up, and I know people living in Georgia, Sandy Hill Trailer Park. It was brand new, spanking brand new trailers there. You know how new Doll Baby smell, new leather smell? And it was a brand new trailer in Sandy Hill Trailer Park. I had my own place, fully furnished, refrigerator full of food. I had everything I needed. That's what my husband took me to. And he took me to that night. We didn't sleep in the same bed at all. 2 days later, because we had to get a marriage certificate, we had to get a blood test did. Y'all don't take blood tests now. We had to take a blood test, and it took 2 days for that blood test to come back. So for 2 days, I slept in that house with that man, and he was in another room, and I was in another room, because that's where I was raised. That was the way I was raised, and the way he was raised. You don't do nothing until you married. When we got married, that's a North. I'm gonna say that as a part two for the story of when we got married and the two older people that married us. Yeah, we got married 2 days later because we had to wait for that blood test. But in between that time, oh boy, I was being looked for. I had everybody looking for me. I had FBI, CIA, everybody. My mom and dad called all the way to Georgia, talked to his commanders. They was tracking me down. And don't y'all know, after the 2 days I got married, Don't you know that the third day I look out my door, my husband going to work, he going to PT, he going to, PT is when they go and do this military running, they go and running in the morning. I was in this place by myself, and I look out my door of that trailer, and it had like mailbox, a whole bunch of mailbox gathered. And when I looked out there, I thought I was dreaming. My father was a tall, dark-skinned man with a thick mustache, and he was always clean with one of those nice hats on and stuff. Y'all seen a picture of my daddy? Clean. I looked and I saw my daddy, y'all. I like the shit on myself. I was like, oh, daddy's here. My daddy drove his ass up there by himself and found me. He found me, and my husband was at work. He found me. And when he came in, all my daddy did was wanted to see the marriage certificate. He just wanted to see the marriage certificate and to make sure that I was okay and where I was okay. I mean, he surveyed that place too. He looked all around and stuff like that. And my husband did eventually come home. My father stayed overnight, and we really had a good night. But when I got a little bit older, after maybe I want to say about 4 years of our relationship, when I was married to my husband, don't you know that my mama told me that that night that I left, that my father was on his knees and he cried all night long. And my father is not a crying man. He didn't even cry at his own mother's funeral. You did? So anyway, that's the kind of love I'm in. I'm just trying to tell y'all, right? And it's good and it works. And you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do it too. So sometimes if you find yourself sleeping with the enemy, don't worry. Don't worry. You can shake them up. You can get them right. You can get them right. If not, move on. You got to know when to hold it, know when to fold it. But move on if you can. Now, don't waste your time and don't waste your life. But if you know something is right in your heart's of heart, right, and you have a good judge of who that person is that you're with, and you feel that you have something that you can work with it. Work with it. Why? Because when you go to someone else, you'll start all over again. Then if that don't work, it's gonna be something that's gonna then you go to somebody else. And before you know it, you'll be alone. You'll be by yourself. By yourself. Why? Because you was looking for somebody perfect. You was looking for that perfect man or perfect woman. There is no such shit as that. No one is perfect. Nobody. No relationship is perfect. No. But are there relationships that you can have comfortable peace, uh, and so peaceful surroundings and at ease with one another, understanding relationships? That's still alive? That still is. It is real. You can. You really can. It's not nothing that you can't just say I give up on love because you see all everybody else shit messing up. No, that's everybody else. They ain't got nothing to do with you. It's about what you want. What do your partner want? Do y'all pretty much want the same things? That's why it's very important to take your time and pick out what you want. If I had listened to my father, if I told my father say no, no, I don't want you to marry me, even though I know he's a good man, he wouldn't want me to marry him for his selfish reasons because he wants me to still be his little girl. See, he didn't want to see me growing up. He wants me to be his little girl. But me, as a little girl, I'm like this. When your mother and your father are real mothers and fathers, when they sit, my mother used to sit on the porch and watch us play and work all hard and do all kinds of work. But what I'm saying to you, if you got that foundation and they always pumping in you knowledge and wisdom, if they always pumping in what to do, what not to do, this will hurt you, that'll hurt you, and you a person like me, a child that listens, I absorbed all of that just like a sponge. I heard everything that they said. So at the age of 18, I feel like it's nothing else that you can tell me right now. I feel like I have what I need to make it in this world. Parents, we have to also let our children go. Let them go. Let them try it. Let them try it. And just make sure that when they come back, they'll have a safe place to fall. Because I already knew when I left at 18, I can always go home to my mom and daddy, man. I can always go to my mom and daddy anytime I get ready. I can go home to my mom and daddy. And to this day, I can go home and get in my mama's bed. You understand me? You have to leave home right. I left home right because I didn't do nothing. I didn't go shack up with him. I didn't do that. I had too much respect for myself and for my family, what my family would say too. No, I would not have sex with him. No, I'm not your wife. I don't know you like that. We're not married. No, it has to be something. You have to have some kind of morals about yourself, right? You understand? Yeah, you can do that. You can do it. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, so y'all know a lot about me now, right? All right, y'all. I know I seen a whole bunch of stuff. I know y'all been texting and type and the tick and the type, right? Thank you so much, Bolo. Thank you. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Here's another thing that I would have missed out on. I would have never had my two children. I would have never had my boy and my girl. Something that I always wanted, a boy and a girl, two children, the boy first and the girl. That's another story. I got it on the video. Yeah. If I had did not follow my heart, see, now I have a legacy that's gonna precede me. You understand? Sometimes you can make the right move. You have to believe in yourself and pay attention. And I did not ignore, and I don't feel like I disrespected my father or my mother. And I even told my daddy, and this is what we had going. This is the running joke that my father and I had. Every year that I had an anniversary, I would call him. Now I don't travel the world with this man. I don't been everywhere. You name it, I've been there. So I don't care what country I'm in or what state I'm in. When my anniversary come, I would call my father and say, "Daddy, the day is my anniversary," and he was like, "Mm-hmm." Just call me on the next one, right? And so I would tell him each year what the anniversary is. Shit, when I got up to about 35 or 30, yeah, when 30-year anniversary, my father answered the phone. He said, "I know it's the 30th. I know it's the 30th." Well, I said, "Well, do I have to keep on letting you know that I'm in it?" He said, "No, he said, too late now. You in too deep." He said, "I'm gonna talk to you later." So that was our running joke, right? Because I keep telling him I already knew what I wanted and I knew what was what, right? But anyway, yeah. So yeah, y'all, I thank y'all so much for coming over here and talking to me. You said honored to hear such wisdom. Oh, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all listening to the old girl. I have so much more that I want to say when it comes to relationships and just different aspects of relationships. But I just don't want you guys to give up on relationships from all the outside stuff you see. It's because there's a whole lot of people have different definitions of what love is and what relationships is. No relationship is perfect. Both people are imperfect people. You guys are just trying to learn how to live with each other, to cohabitate in a space together without argument or strife. And yes, do you have it's picking your arguments and it's how you handle arguments. It's do you continue to speak about an argument when you know you're at a heated point or as a hot topic for somebody? No, somebody always have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You always have to know when to talk about something, when to pick your battles, when to speak about something. You see, right? If somebody tell you no in a relationship about something that you want, okay, maybe not today, but what that nigga don't know is you can get what you want. If it's gonna be later, but you can still get what you want, right? Don't be saying, well, yeah, because I want this and you, yeah, because you did this and I did that and you said and I said, but remember the last time? I ain't gonna do no shit like that, y'all. You be like, okay, all right, cool, all right. You ain't feeling it today, but tomorrow you'll feel it. You gonna feel it tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? It's the way you do it. It's just the way you do it. Okay. Yeah, but love is still here. Love is here, and love is real. It's real. It's real. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. So, okay, do y'all have any questions for me? Y'all want me to drop the link real quick and see if y'all have any questions? And if you do, you can just ask me, and I'll just give you the answer, and then we can go on out here, okay? Because I'm in love, y'all, and my baby be here in less than 25 minutes. Yeah. And that's my damn time. And I ain't got no time for y'all then. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but not like that. It's a different type of love. I don't told y'all about that too. People need to have a conversation with your thoughts, life changing. Oh yeah. Thank you, Daryl. Yeah, y'all. Y'all don't know it, but I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I do have a website that says conversation with your thoughts. If you ever want to set up a time to have an appointment with me to talk to me on the telephone um, about anything, because Daryl and I had one Valentine. Yeah, we I don't have some nice conversations with people about real life shit. And I'm that kind of person. The whole world won't know your business. Okay, just to let you know that's available. So go to Conversations with Your Thoughts or Your Thoughts, my website, yourthoughts.com, and look for my website, and you can set up an appointment. You'll see the telephone number. You can call me, and we can set that up. Thanks, Daryl. I forgot about that. I will never advertise myself like that. I keep forgetting that I will do that. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna drop the link real quick and just to see real quick. If not, I understand because I know a lot of people don't want to I know a lot of people don't want to talk about embarrassed to talk about different things and not because I've always been open. I don't care. Don't nothing embarrass me, especially when it comes to life issues and stuff. It's nothing too embarrassing to speak about, right? Nothing. And because if you don't ask questions, then hell, you would never know. So it's always good to ask questions. And no question is too stupid or whatever like that. If you don't know, you don't know, right? Okay, so I'm gonna copy this link real quick and see what happens. See what goes on here. Okay, and see if y'all have something that y'all want to talk about. Okay. But I'll tell you one thing. I know I hit a lot of nerves with that sleeping with the enemy. But don't y'all take it out of context. Don't think sleeping with the enemy. If any one of those signs pop up, don't think that that's, oh Lord, that's the end of the relationship. No. I want to just tell y'all, just make sure that you get more than one thing before you bring up something to somebody. Like they have to do more than just texting, private texting, or leaving the house without saying anything. Wait till a few things add up before you do want to sit down and have a nice conversation. And then you just won't bring them up there. You'll just talk about general stuff and just see where y'all are in your relationship when it comes to your goals and stuff, and see if y'all still heading on the same path. Just start doing a little checking in every now and then with one another. Okay. All right, so I did drop the link, and if y'all want to if anybody want to ask a question, you sure can. If not, you can type it in the chat too. It's a pick your battles. Is yeah. You gotta know. You gotta know when to shut the f up for you. She said she gotta. Valentina said she gotta know when to shut the f up. Yeah, well, that's all about self control. That's all about self control. In the moment, yeah, you may feel a little heated, but yeah, just refrain from that because all arguments, did y'all know that all arguments are silly? Did y'all know that all people that break up is over something really stupid? It's like, huh? People break up for stupid stuff. This dumb reason, argue for dumb reasons, right? Relationships are easy if you keep on communication. Yeah, if you keep communicating and just being honest. Yeah. If you can't come to a mutual agreement and understanding, or yeah, if you can't, and all the time you're not going. It's okay to agree to disagree. My husband and I don't agree on a whole lot of stuff. I'm more talkative than he is. I'm more out, and see that's another thing. Opposites attract. I'm the more vocal person, and he's laid back. You can get two words out of it. And sometimes it used to piss me off. I'm like, man, damn. I mean, I want to talk. I feel like talking. He'd be like, oh Lord, I don't want to talk today, right? So then I started having my mute Mondays. I was like, okay, you don't want to talk today? So I came up with mute Mondays, where I don't speak at all to nobody in the whole family, to nobody in the whole world. I take a whole day, 24 hours, and don't say a word. That kills him. He'd be like, he'd be trying to get me to talk. I'd be like, even with the dogs, I don't have to talk to the dog. So I do that. I do a mute Monday. But another reason why I do the mute Monday is because it gives me a chance. I do meditation, and it also gives me a chance to hear what my spirit has to say to me. Because sometimes when you have other people talking, that's a different type of vibration. I raise my vibration in a lot of ways on a mute Monday when I decide to do that. But my husband don't like when I do mute Mondays. My children don't either, because it's like, Mom, what you think? Mom, what you think? They want to ask questions. They want to, because I'm that person that they feed, people be feeding off. I'm like, nobody gets to feed off of me today. Y'all figure everything out. I mean, everything, right? Mhm. Yeah, that's right, Valentina. Yeah, because sometimes you need to shut up because it do prevent arguments, right? Because everybody don't want to talk when you ready to run your face. But yeah, it said when you're a genius, there's no shame. Oh, listen to you. Yeah, guys. Okay, so I see y'all not gonna take the link, so that's cool too. That's all cool. But I know y'all heard what I said. I know y'all heard what I said, and if not, rewind. Okay, y'all hit the like button on y'all way out. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all popping in and listening to what the old girl have to say. But I'm telling you, you pay attention to them sleeping with enemies. Pay attention, and check your relationship. Check in your relationships. Don't think that just because you've been together with this person, they know you and all that, they know what you're thinking. No, it's okay to have a time to sit down and the two of y'all quietly and speak with one another. Keep other folks out your business. Don't let them come in. Don't let them come in. Other people got other opinions. They bring it in and mess stuff up. Love and relationships are not dead. They're not antique. They're not the thing of the past. They're not that. But if you decide to get in a relationship, make sure you have that contract of what I will and will not accept, with the things that you want. I got that on my video. So all the things, list the things that you want when y'all coming into that relationship. Then y'all know what to expect. Don't don't try to raise a child, or raise a woman, a grown woman, and don't try to raise a grown man. Don't try to do it because they are who they are. You are marrying what you see. You get what you see, not what you fantasize about. You get what you see. We got to get these fantasies out of our head. Get these fantasies out of our head. The woman is not going to always be glammed up. Sometimes her titties are going to be right on her kneecaps. You understand? The man ain't gonna always have that six pack. Sometimes that belt gonna have to come off because to make wear some pants or what you call them, sweatpants or some shit. You understand? But grow together. You grow together, right? Grow together. All right. So there you go. You needed to hear that name. Y'all welcome. Y'all so welcome. Okay, I'm glad y'all enjoyed the live. I want you guys to have a good day, y'all. Good day. And love is always in the air. You know why? Because you breathe it. All right? It's always in the air. It ain't about nobody else making it love in the air. You put the love in the air and you get what you get back in. You get that sweet smell. Love is in the air. All right. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all for watching. I'm getting ready to get this thing going. I got some good cooking I'm coming up with. I got some food in the kitchen marinating. I'm gonna give it a put my stuff on. So when my baby daddy come in, we have a cocktail and kick back with the gangster lean. Who's up next? Let's go. Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep the spirit high, y'all. Peace. Mwah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? All right. Bye, everybody.